Hello guys, welcome all of you to Night Call. Today we are going to be looking into how this Remember Me option works. After I fill my details in the input fields, I am going to click on Sign In button. You can see I haven't checked on Remember Me option. So here we have our home.php file. So let's go back into our index.php file. As you can see here, before I didn't check on Remember Me option, this value hasn't been automatically filled. So this time let's check on this Remember Me option and see what's happened. So now I am going to click on Sign In button again. As usual, it took us into home.php file. So once again, let's go back into index.php file. So as you can see, now here and here, the relevant values has been automatically filled. And if we go and check on our cookies, you can see here we have our email cookie and here we have our password cookie. So guys, let's go into our code and see what's happening there. In here, within our index.php, here we have our sign in part. After sign in name, here we have inserted some PHP code. Here we have PHP starting tag, and then here we have created some new variables as email and password, and we haven't assigned any value to this email and password variables. Then here we have a if condition, and within that if condition we have checked whether the cookie email has a value assigned to it or not. If this cookie email has a value assigned to it, that value will be assigned into $email variable. After that if condition, here we also have inserted another if condition. We have checked whether the password cookie has a value stored in it or not. If this password cookie has a value assigned to it, that value will be assigned into $password variable. Here you can see we have our two input fields as email and password. In the email input field, here you can see we have inserted a PHP script as a value. After executing this PHP file, it's going to print the value of this email variable inside this value. And here also in the password input field, we have inserted a value and then we have inserted a PHP script within that value, and this PHP script is going to print the $password variable value inside this value. And then here you can see we have our Remember Me checkbox. We have inserted a PHP script within this input checkbox, and we have checked whether the $email is empty and the $password is empty or not. If the both $email and $password values are not empty, then this value will be printed. So next time the user come and visit that index.php file, the Remember Me option will be automatically checked and the values relevant to email and password fields will be automatically filled. Now let's go into script.js file. In script.js file, here we have our sign in function. In here we have taken the checkbox and assigned that into Remember Me variable, and then in here we have used .check. .check is going to give us the output as true or false. So in here, if the Remember Me option is checked, this is going to give us a value as true. So that value will be assigned into our name and it will be appended into form. And here we have our request, and we have sent this request into signinprocess.php file. After sending this request into signin process.php file. In here we have checked whether the state of our server has been changed. If the state has been changed, this function will be executed. In here we have checked whether the state of our server is equal to 4. If it's equal to 4, this response text will take the response from the server and it will be stored in the response variable. If that response is equal to success, we will be redirect that user into home.php file. If that's not equal to success, this code will be executed and we will be printing the response in the index.php file. So let's go into signin process.php file. In signin.php file, here we have started our PHP script and here we have taken the relevant value from the form which was sent from script.js file and stored relevant value in the variables. Here we have stored remember me options value in $remember me variable. In our else part, here you can see we have checked whether the remember me options value is equal to true. If this value is equal to true, this code will be executed. If the remember me options value is not equal to true, this code will be executed. In here we have created a new cookie. We use cookies to store data from the user in the user's web browser. We have created a cookie named email and we have assigned $emails value into this cookie and here we have set a expire date. This time is going to give us the current time. In here we have added some time into that. Now this will be expired in a year. And then again here we have created another cookie as password and we have assigned $password value into this password cookie. We also have set up a expiring date and this cookie will be expired in a year also. If the remember me options value is not true, this code will be executed. In here we have created a cookie as email. So when we create a cookie in the same name, this new cookie is going to replace this previously created cookie and we haven't assigned any value to that. And here we have set -1 as the expire date. So as soon as this cookie is created, this will be automatically deleted. In here we have also created the password cookie and this password cookie will be also replaced by this password cookie and here we haven't assigned any value and we have set -1 as the expiring date. So this cookie will be automatically deleted at the end of the browsing session. So let's go back into our script.js file. In here this response text will take the response from the server and store it in the response variable. If it's equal to true, we will be redirecting our user into home.php. Else we will be printing that response on the index.php file. So guys, let me give you a brief tour around this whole process. First, a user come into our index.php file and filled relevant details and then click on our remember me option. After that user click on sign in button, this whole data is going to go into the server. In the server, since we have checked our remember me option in the index.php file, the server is going to create the new cookies and our current email and password will be assigned into that cookies. After the whole process is over on the server side, the result will be sent into the user's web browser and these two cookies also will be sent to the user's web browser. So these two cookies are going to be stored in user's web browser. So next time this user come to our index.php file, this cookies is going to automatically fill the relevant email and password field. If this user uncheck remember me option, that will destroy these cookies. So the next time that user come and visit index.php file, this email and password fields will not be automatically filled by the cookies. So guys, that's all for today. Thanks all of you for joining with me. See you in the next video.